Hi guys, it's Kyarako here, back with another speed build, and today I'm building a modern starter home, and this build has no custom content at all. Yes, that's right, this week I'm trying to do all my builds basically without any custom content. And so far I think they've been pretty successful, which is surprising to me considering that I pretty much only build with custom content, and usually when I don't, they kind of turn out not so great. But in the particular builds that I've been doing this week, I've been actually very happy with how they've turned out. So this build will be available on the gallery. It's up there right now. You can go download it. My EA ID is bykiarako. You can see that in the description down below. And if you do use it in your game, please let me know, or just show me on the Discord or something like that, because I would love to see you guys like actually play with this and use it in your game, and to see what you do with it. That'd be really, really cool for me. Anyways, like I said, it is a modern starter home. So basically this is on a lot called the Agave Adobe lot. It's in Oasis Springs, and it's a 20 by 15 lot. So it is a little bit small for a lot, but I intentionally chose a very, very small lot size because I wanted to have as much of a budget as possible for this starter home. So if you do bring this into your game, you will probably have to go onto this lot or another 20 by 15 lot. I had a one-person sim household when I was creating this, so this is for that specific budget. If you have more than one sim, then you'll have a little bit extra money at the end, which is very, very nice. Like I said, this is a starter home, which is very interesting for me to build because I don't often actually personally use starter homes that much. Yes, I am kind of a cheater in The Sims. I usually just motherload my game until I'm a millionaire, and then I just kind of play that way. But starter homes are very, very fun, and I think that I would like to personally challenge myself in the future to actually play this game without cheats, because I think sometimes, I've said this in the past, but sometimes I think that it's more fun to play with limitations and with challenges, and that's kind of where you get the fun of the game, because if you're just totally limitless and you just have all the cheat codes all the time, sometimes it can get a little bit boring, because there's nothing to beat, there's nothing to overcome. So I think that in my future gameplays, I am going to actually try to not cheat in the game, which I know sounds like totally easy, but for me personally it's a little bit hard, so we will see if I am able to do that at all. So it's a modern starter. That's kind of just the aesthetic we're going for here. Which was very intentional because I feel like starter homes in general, I don't really like a lot of the gameplay, or what's the word, just the pack content that is very old, traditional classic style. Don't get me wrong, I'm a sucker for a cottage, I am. But for starter homes in particular, especially when you have such a slim budget, I feel like going down the minimalism aesthetic with the modern kind of touches, it's just a little bit more successful to me, especially when you have a limited budget like this, and it's a way to make a house that is very, very cheap to build actually look a little bit higher end, a little bit more expensive, a little bit more fancy. You may have seen from the thumbnail, we actually do end up putting in a driveway on the side of this house, and there is a car parked there, which was just, a nice little detail, a little touch I wanted to add to just make this house seem a little bit more realistic. Since I'm not building with any custom content at all, I wanted to add in as much detail as I could just with the, the gameplay content that you have. Because I feel like it's really hard to make detailed builds without custom content, so I was really trying to challenge myself for this one. That being said, the car is unfortunately not functional, as I'm sure you guys are all aware. We don't have functional cars in the game yet. I say yet, but honestly, I'm not sure if it's ever gonna happen. If they haven't given us cars by now, I really don't know if it's ever gonna happen at all. And I really don't know why we have cars, or why we don't have cars, because I feel like we don't even need actually animated functional cars you can drive around, even a rabbit hole car where you can just click on it and travel. That'd be good enough, and I'm surprised that we haven't gotten it yet. I'm worried that they're saving it for some big expensive pack, but honestly I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of the whole car situation in the game, because I feel like cars are such a basic part of a lot of people's lives. I say that in a weird way because I don't personally have a car, and I've never actually owned a car. I actually grew up in a family that didn't have a car ever. We always used public transportation, or ride share services, stuff like that. So I'm kind of speaking out of my ass when I say that. But a lot of people have cars, so I thought that it'd be appropriate to give this homeowner a car. Especially since they seem to live in the middle of nowhere on the side of the road, so that feels a little bit necessary to me. But yeah, speaking of packs, have you guys heard about this new kit they're coming out with? It's party clothes. I don't remember what it is. I'm not crazy about the kits, you guys. It's just like I get better custom content for free, like from like amazing creators on the internet all the time. So whenever they release these new kits, it's never mind blowing and like, oh my god, I'm so excited, I can't wait. But you know, I don't know. Do any of you guys feel that way? Are you guys really excited about the kits, or are you just kind of like about the kits like me? But I am excited for any future expansion packs that they add. I know that there's supposed to be an expansion coming out, like, I don't know if it's soon, but sometime that's this year, maybe in the next couple months, I believe. And I'm excited to see what it is. I have no idea what it is yet. I haven't read any like spoilers or like hints or anything like that, so I have no idea. I'm completely in the dark. But what are you guys hoping for? I've asked this a couple times in the past, and people tend to give different answers. A while ago, like when I first started this channel, I'd always say like, oh, I'm like dying for like a cottagecore pack. And then I got it. I got the farm cottagecore pack, and I was very, very happy about that. But ever since I got that, like I really don't know what else I want, because that was kind of like a really big thing for me, was wanting to own a farm and stuff. So when they came out with the cottage life pack, that made me very, very happy. But now I don't know what I want. I'm like, I don't know, just make me happy. We'll see what they come up with this time. But if you guys have any ideas about what you want, please let me know, because it'll just definitely inspire me to, come up with my own desires for this game. I've always kind of felt like they could definitely expand upon the generations, in this game, like the family stuff. And I thought they would have done that in the Parenthood kid, but they didn't at all. So maybe we'll come out with like a generations pack, and that would definitely be really, really fun for gameplay, especially like legacy gameplay. That would be just out of this world. So I hope it's something like that, though I feel like it's gonna be something totally stupid. I don't know why. I just have this like sneaking suspicion that I'm just gonna be disappointed. But I don't know. I don't want to be a pessimist. So if you guys have any ideas or, desires for what this pack could possibly be, let me know. Maybe it'll be, remember the final Sims 3 pack was like future life, and you could like travel to the future, and like there was like robots and like all that crazy stuff. I hope it's not that, because I didn't really love that pack. I don't know. I would like a decades pack. I have mentioned this a couple times, like the ability to change like time periods, and then it would like limit the technology you can use, and it would like kind of change what the worlds look like a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you could make Oasis Springs exist in like the 1940s. You could play like a 1940s gameplay. But I feel like that'd be like way too complicated to have a decades pack, so I don't think that's ever gonna happen. But that is like my dream pack, I would say. Anyways, we're moving on to the inside of this house now. And I actually really, really liked how the outside of this turned out. Like I was very surprised with the amount I was able to do without any custom content at all. Moving inside, it gets a little bit cramped just because I had to like save on, square footage, just because it is a starter home. And the more space you take up, the more money you have to spend. So it's a little bit cramped. We actually have our kitchen in the entryway here, which is not ideal. I don't usually like walking into the house and then walking directly into the kitchen. I don't usually do that in my builds, but for this particular one, I had to save on space. So that's what we end up doing here. By the way, I did actually test this out with a sim. I didn't test out like every aspect of this house, just the aspects that I was like worried about for like pathways and gameplay and stuff like that. But it looks like it works. It looks like the sim can like walk all the way through, all the way around. There's no pathway issues. I think they can access everything. That being said, I may have missed something, so if I did miss something, like obviously if this is in your game, feel free to tweak it around, move some stuff, have fun with it. Anyway, so like I said, this is the kitchen that you walk right into as you walk into the house. I had to use like the cheapest counters and the cheapest, stovetop and fridge and all that stuff, just because kitchens get really expensive really fast in this game, and I've learned that from experience. So I just kind of got the kitchen over with from the start and just used the cheapest stuff I could, just so it was out of the way. You have all the necessities there, nothing else to worry about. Same thing kind of for the bathroom, because the bathroom can also get, anything with appliances or plumbing gets a little bit pricey in this game. So I got the bathroom out of the way right after we do the kitchen. So we're doing the bathroom now, or like now we're doing the bathroom, and it's a bathroom. It's not a super fancy bathroom. It's got all your basic necessities. It's not an amazing, mind-blowing bathroom, but it certainly is the bare minimum. So there you go. And then after we do the bathroom, we're gonna move into the bedroom, which I'm actually quite happy with how the bedroom turned out as well. You have this nice view next to the bed out into the little backyard area. We have like a nice little outdoor eating space. which is pretty necessary because it's pretty much the only dining table in this whole house. We don't actually have a dining room because we didn't have space. But I feel like it'd be nice to eat out there, you know, by your little like cactus garden in the back. I'm really happy with how I did the outside of this build, and it saved, it actually wasn't that much money. It was very inexpensive to build that whole outdoor area, mainly because I used the live edit and the debug menus, which pretty much everything there is, you know, free, which is very, very, very like useful when you're building a starter home. So highly recommend for any of you guys who are trying to build your own starter home, or, you know, upgrade yours or whatever like that, check out the live edit menu and the debug menu, because you will access so much more content, and it will all mostly be free or just super, super cheap, just to give your home some more detail and a little bit more pizzazz. Anyway, so now we're moving into the living room area. We're also going to have a desk space in here for your sim to, you know, work on stuff, because a computer is pretty essential in this game, I would say, for gameplay reasons. This is kind of like a living room slash office space. Like I said, it's a little bit cramped. We had to make do with the space that we had, but I think it turns out looking great. And this whole living room area, as you can see, actually has a glass ceiling, so you have like a lot of sunlight in there. I mean, this is like in the middle of the desert and it's like glass, so I do feel like this would probably get very, very hot in here. So that's not like ideal, but it's fine. Just your sim will be okay. It's okay. No, in real life, like I wouldn't do that at all, because it would basically just be holding up like a a magnifier glass to an ant, when you know how they catch on fire like they do in like the old cartoons and stuff. I feel like that would happen to your sim in this house, because you just have this glass ceiling with the direct sunlight. So not ideal, but it works. Anyways, here's the desk area. So I did test this. This should all be accessible for your sim to like walk into the living room and use the desk and all that stuff. And then in this corner back here, we add in a piano so that your sim has like an activity to do. Of course, you can replace this with, you know, anything you want, an easel, I don't know, any activity you can just stick in that corner there. And yes, they can still use that back glass door, so don't worry about blocking that little space on the right. Anyways, that is the build. No custom content at all, which makes me so proud of myself, because I have a hard time building without custom content, but I feel like this turned out really great, and I'm very, very happy with it. So like I said, it's on the gallery. You can check it out. The description of how to get that will be in the description down below. And if you do bring this into your game and you do move your sim in, please, you know, show me and check out the Discord. It will also be linked down below. That's where we can talk about stuff like this. And of course, if you guys have any build ideas, build requests, challenges, I don't know, comments, questions, I don't know, anything at all that you guys want to talk about with me, you know, just comment down below or check out the Discord. Anyways, as always, you guys, thank you so, so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.